Uh, when we last left off, things were happening. I don't exactly remember what things, but the plan is okay. So basically, we found the chantry person we were supposed to talk to, and it turns out we can wrap everything up here. Well, once we're able to wrap everything up here, all the quests that we need to do within the area. Um, and then we can go back and talk with some Orlesian nobles back at Haven about some political stuff or whatever. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Um, but the people were hungry and they wanted some goat meat, so we went out to go get some. Um, and now we are out here and doing some quests. And we're also we're trying to do that quest, Shallow Breaths. We're trying to get that potion for that lady so she doesn't die. And probably going to get entangled in some family drama along the way because I just know how this works, possibly. Or at least be witness to some family drama. Okay. Oh yeah, and I was going to read a thing because we just found a place. And I wanted to read the little codex entry on it. I might want to read... Okay, we'll read the creatures thing later at some point. There was another thing that I wanted to read, actually. It's, I think it's in history. See the fifth blight. Conclave. First Inquisition. No, it's not in this one. Groups. I think it's under groups. It's about the Templars Order, which is something, like, important to figure out about. But first, I'll read about this place and then read about that. Tale of Frostbacks, Ferelden after the blight. Let's read this one, actually. One need only stroll through the Denerim market to appreciate Ferelden's resilience. You would be hard-pressed to believe that Darkspawn ravaged the city within our lifetime. Scars remain for the people who lived through it, but life moves forward. Now children play in the streets, children for whom the blight is a story their parents tell. I once heard a small boy ask what a Darkspawn was. To him, it was only a word he heard from the older youths. We teach that a earned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker. Andraste forgive me, but I felt joy at his smiling ignorance. King Alistair himself made this possible. His actions are thus a puzzle to me. Despite the events at Kirkwall, Ferelden continues to offer refuge to the rebel mages, which only brings trouble to our doorsteps. It already has. Rumors among the merchants suggest the Starkhaven places sanctions on trade as a sign of protest. One hears of conflict in the hinterlands between the Templars and mages. Mother Diana says I am to accompany her to the conclave in Haven. She says to have faith in divine Justinia, and that whatever comes, we shall see the Maker's will done. I think of those smiling children, who have not grown up with death and fear, and I pray it is so. A letter from Sister Kira, of the Denerim Chantry, to her sister in the Free Marches. Alright, I feel like now is a good place to go back and read about the Templars. Right now. Who's this? Got the Quinari. The Templar Order. End of an Accord. Most holy, the Seekers are well aware of the part you played in the rebellion. You call me to the Grand Cathedral in the middle of the night on urgent business, only to speak of trivial matters, and then when I return to the White Spire, I discover chaos, and one of your agents in the midst of the apostates. Did you think I would not notice? Did you believe yourself above repercussions for such acts? It was a dark day when the Chantry placed such an incapable woman upon the sunburst throne. Oh, God. I will not stand idle and watch you destroy what ages of tradition and righteousness have built. In the 20th year of the Divine Age, the Navaran Accord was signed. The Seekers of Truth lowered our banner and agreed to serve as the Chantry's right hand, and together we created the Circle of Magi. With the circle no more, I hereby declare the accord null and void. Neither the Seekers of Truth nor Templar Order recognize Chantry authority, and instead we perform the Maker's work as we see it is meant to be done, as we see fit. Signed this day on the 40th year of the Dragon Age, Lord Seeker Lambert Van Reeves. Letter sent to Divine Justinia from the former Lord Seeker. Damn. The Templar Order, traditional role. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry. Armed with the ability to dispel and resist magic in addition to their formidable combat talents, Templars are uniquely qualified to act as both a foil for apostates, mages who refuse to submit to the authority of the Circle, and a first line of defense against the dark powers of blood mages and abominations. While mages often resent the Templars as symbols of the Chantry's control over magic, the people of Thedas see them as saviors and holy warriors, champions of all that is good, armed with piety enough to protect the world from the ravages of foul magic. In reality, the Chantry's militant arm looks first for skilled warriors with unshakable faith in the Maker, with a flawless moral center as a secondary concern. Templars must carry out their duty with an emotional distance, and the Order of Templars prefers soldiers with religious fervor and absolute loyalty over paragons of virtue who might question orders when it comes time to make difficult choices. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium, a mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. While mages use lyrium in their arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry, but some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in service of the Order and the Maker. It is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them, and if the Templars are prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their faith, the Templars are of one of the most feared and respected forces in Thedas. From Patterns Within Form, by Halden, First Enchanter of Starkhaven, 880, Blessed. Alright then, and I guess we have one last thing to read about. Actually, hold up, is there anything more in magic? Oculura. A skull set upon a staff. These macabre artifacts cause magical shards in the area to glow with magical radiance when a viewer looks through the eye of the skull. So that's what we saw earlier. That's good to know. Red lyrium, the breach. Yup. That's all that. Haven. What's this one? No, it's the Frostbacks. Temple of Sacred Ashes rediscovered. Hinterlands. Let's read this. My Lord Arl Tegan, I retire to the hinterlands for peace and quiet away from the politics, and because the wide open spaces were perfect to let my horses run. Instead, the war between the mages and the Templar has turned your beautiful hills into a series of burning battlefields. The farmers who live in the hinterlands are good folk. Many of them left Redcliffe Village because they couldn't bear to be there anymore. Not after the Blight and the Walking Dead left so many bad memories. Now we've got apostates running around setting fire to anyone who looks at them sideways, and Templars looting houses and cutting down those who protest as mage sympathizers. My wife Elena stepped off our field hands to stay with her family in the east, but there are a lot of poor people here with nowhere to go. We get more refugees every day. This village attacked by mad mages, or that farmstead burned to the ground by Templars who can't tell a hoe from a staff. I suppose you're stretched thin, but anything you can do to lessen the burden of these poor folk would be much appreciated. I'll do as I can, and if your men need better mounts, say the word. Best of luck to you, my lord. Remember not to let Duchess puff out her gut when you saddle her. Yours in service, Dennett. A letter from Redcliffe's former horsemaster to Arl Tegan of Redcliffe, undelivered. Resources found here. And then I think this one, nope. This one is the one about, to show real quick, is this thing, this statue here, that means something. About something. one. Arl Tiranan Guerins, I have no idea if that's how you say that, eldest son came in late in the Arl's life, and there was much hope for the young man to follow in the footsteps of his successful father. Unfortunately, Lornan proved to be profoundly lazy in his youth, and more interested in spending his father's money than tending to his lands. In frustration, the Arl ordered a fort constructed in the mountains. He sent Lornan there, stating that his son could return to Redcliffe only when the bandits that lurked in the mountains had been brought to heel. Accepted history says that Lornan reformed, routed the bandits, and returned to Redcliffe, a changed man. Whispers in the family, however, suggest that the man who returned to Redcliffe was in fact a soldier who bore some resemblance to Lornan, who fought well against the bandits in the mountains, while Lornan rested comfortable in his mountain keep for the remainder of his days. Excerpt from Living Redcliffe by Sister Dorcas Gernon. Okay, interesting. I don't know what that has to do with this statue, but, like, okay. How are you guys liking, this weird-ass city full of people, basically rapturists? I don't know if that's a word in, like, the real world in which I reside, but, you know, it's basically, you know, if you've heard stuff about the Bible and Christianity, and they have this thing about the rapture, and I guess what I'm referring to in terms of a rapturist would be someone who is like, what's the word I'm looking for? My thoughts are getting distracted. Someone who is looking forward to the end of the world and wishing it would come faster, believing that after the end of the world and everything is destroyed in the present day, that things will be better and a more perfect world. Like, basically tear the world asunder to make it better. Which, okay, I don't approve. What's in here? Hello? Guys, what the fuck? What are you guys all doing over here?
The Maker has torn open the sky.
When the demons have cleansed the unworthy, the faithful will be lifted up.
You guys see something? Oh, hold up.
My lady, your mother and sister must miss you greatly. With your father's passing at the Conclave, no.
Oh, I don't feel bad
never
for
go
stealing
back.
from these people.
The Inquisition can pick up the pieces of this world. We will find peace in the world to come.
Get out of my way.
Our imperfection has rendered it life, and now only the Maker can restore what is
What? Am I looking for something here or not? Whatever.
Shouldn't we travel to Val Royeaux now, Seeker? The breach isn't going to close itself. Indeed. The sooner we obtain help for the breach, the better.
Okay, fine. We'll wrap it up. Codex. No. Quest map. Okay, so I guess we're not... But the rift's here. We have to... Okay, and then we'll go back, and then we'll figure out the watchtowers, and then... Okay, fine. Maybe the watchtower... No! What if we need a fucking army? I want better horses, damn it. Don't tell me what to do. It's not like they're actually... As much as I'd like to RP it and hurry up, like, the quests, though. The side quests. I need some water. Where are we going? not in here.
The maker will.
Oh, it must be above.
I hear rumors about what caused the explosion that killed the divine, my lady. We need no longer listen to rumors. We know the truth. The maker, guiding the divine and those with her up to his side.
Oh, okay. Yep. Thought I'd tell you. Rapturous. Lord Bernange.
Excuse me. While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Venom
No.
should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
Where would your friend be?
She is my love, and she should be here. I wrote to her weeks ago. I know the path up the hill is dangerous, but surely the mages and Templars would not trouble a young lady.
I'm not so sure about that, dude.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Please, if you meet my beloved, tell her I am waiting.
Why are there so many damn quests? Love waits. Find Leilana. I'm probably right. No, it's fine. The volume's fine. I wanted to turn it up a bit. This is fine. Oh, I want to see this deal. Hello, crows. You guys just gonna hang out here? Oh, you're messenger birds. I see. Why are you fucking following me? Don't be creepy. Oh, you're looking for her. Okay. Alright. Let's go this way.
Peace to you.
Time to actually do the thing that I came here for. Okay, this way, so we're gonna go here, I guess? Excuse me. Come on, guys. What the fuck is that way? Is that way?
Feel the pull of the maker in the signs in the sky?
I don't know much about that. I know the Mages and Templars want to kill each other. I think the Maker wants me to find someplace far away from them.
Seriously? Are you for real right now? Are they actually, there's a rift in their midst. What the fuck is this? Great. Well, let's deal with this. How many potions do I have? Enough. Excuse me. Let me just draw my weapon in this crowd of people. Holy effing shit. Why are you guys... Okay, this may be a horrible... yeah. Nope, I'm not strong enough. I am dead. I am dead. Run, 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 run. Never mind. I was joking. Nope. I don't think I'm powerful enough for this. I am not leveled enough for this. Nope, 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 nope. I love how they're just... Yep. No. Fuck that. I'd say ferah is the type of person who doesn't run, but honestly, I don't think that's true. I feel like she only... If there's a fight that she can't win... Like, live to fight another day is definitely a thing she lives by. Because, like, that's why she's alive. She's pragmatic and cunning.
Peace to you.
I'm tempted to up... Like, I know it'll make my internet worse, but it might be worth it to up the quality of the recording. Because I was looking at it earlier, some of my past broadcasts, and I was wondering if it's better. Queen Asha of Antiva. There are those who believe the tale that Antiva owes its independence to the looming threat of the crows. Yet this story, largely spread by the crows themselves, is no more credible than the promise of a market stall huckster. For the truth of the matter, we look instead to the palace of the kings in Antiva City, A grand statue of a woman in Ravani royal garb towers over the entrance, her watchful eyes keeping a sight of everything happening within those walls. Asahasuba, I don't know how to say that, Queen Mother of Thetis. When the matriarch of Ravani arranged the marriage of Princess Asha of Islay to King Alonso Campana of Antiva, it went unnoticed and unremarked by their contemporaries. The eyes of Thetis were on the wars of Orlais and Nervera. The marriage of a minor princess of Ravane, to an almost powerful king was beneath their consideration. Yet this wedding was in retrospect perhaps the most important event in Thetis' history since the blackening of the Golden City. Queen Asha was a skilled tactician. Seeing the military ambitions of Tevinter, Navarra, Orlais, she conducted a plan. Antiva was too prosperous to escape its neighbors' avarice, yet it had no means of raising an army capable of fending off both Tevinter and Orlais without impoverishing the kingdom. If she was to safeguard her people, it must be through measures stronger than steel. The queen spent decades making alliances in the ancient Ravani way, marriage. She wed her many children and grandchildren strategically into noble houses across the continent. Within 30 years, Antiva was so well connected that any hostile action against it would force half the nations of Thetis into war. The blood of Queen Asha runs in the veins of the Empress of Orlais, the Prince of Starkhaven, the King of Rivera, and 7 of the Dukes of the Anderfels. Even some magisters of the Tevinter Imperium have ties to the Antivan royal family. Asha's web of blood ties forces most of the continent to remain at peace with Antiva, or risk terrible consequences at family dinners. Huh, what do you know? I guess we go up this way. Alright, time to climb a ladder. Alright. I think I found him. Hello, Hindle.
I greet you. My name is Hindle.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
Okay. We will leave as soon as possible. We're not going to do the rift thing. We'll just leave and go back. Actually, you know, we should try and get the meat and then be done, and then check out the horses and the watchtowers and try and get those horses for the Inquisition. And then we should go and meet with those nobles.
We want no trouble here.
We're not fucking doing that. Yeah, up here. Strange bedfellows, hunger pains.
Want no trouble here.
Pardon me. Let's actually switch over to Varric, because he's the person who can shoot guys. Oh, are we going this way? Okay. But down there makes sense. Dwarfs and cats. There's a fox in here. Hello, Foxy. Ooh, loot. I'll take this. Ooh, a sledgehammer! Okay, maybe... Weapons, sledgehammer. Oh shit, that's such an improvement, yes. Can I still use my abilities? Yep. I like this. Oh yeah, this suits her. Fuck. Why do I have low health already?
Kill that warrior!
Make it take you!
I guess that takes care of that. Oh, the loot, please. The Assailant Blade, okay. An Avar-Ralder Greatsword. Oh shit, that's cool as fuck! Level 10. There are really no goats here. Oh, I see him. See you. You little bastard. Oh, shit. Nice. Oh wait, hold up, we're not done yet. Alright. We're about to get covered in blood. Alright, around me. A little bit left. Yeah. That's that guy. Oh, is that what I did? What's this? Oh, okay. Fennec fur. Oh, poor Fennec. Oh. Hello. Wait, come back here. I would like to kill you. Right. We can travel back now. Yeah. All the way back there. Just taking a look at all of the quests right here. Actually, hold up. Hello. That's the quest that should come first. Excuse me, bro. There's a panic fox. Come on. Your tower. Can we just go this way? Right? Yeah. Totally. Oh, maybe not.
I've wondered, how did you know to approach us, Solas? The breach opened, we were scrambling and barely had time to think. And there you were.
I went to see the breach for myself. I did not know you would be there.
You must not have been far away.
I was not. I'd come to hear of the conclave, but did not want to get close.
Lucky for us, then.
Okay, hold up. Yeah, there we go. Kill no more than you have to. Excuse me, let me just beat up this rock. No, don't worry about it. It's good. We're good. We're good, man. I'm just excited. Is there a way to get up there? No, it's just a ruined tower. Excuse me. I need to get up here. Alright, nice. Let's go.
Damn it, Ritz,
Oh.
where are you?
Well... I guess it's actually this way, probably? Yeah, probably. Pardon me. Oh yeah, I know this place. We might have to go through a bit of a war zone in order to get there. The Cliff Village this way. Or maybe not. Maybe it's stable now.
Yes, sir. I don't know.
Oh, well. Wait, guys. Fast travel. I'm good.
We'll see.
Hello? Read.
Please, hurry.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Silas bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word.
Alright, you guys only slightly approve? Come on, I did a good thing. What's this? Father, I'm going into the mountains to join the people up there. They're making sense right now, when the rest of the world is not. We can't tend to the field since Master Dinette and his wife sent us all away for safety. I can't just stay here and watch the refugees starve outside our home. You and Mother should come, Father. You'll be safe up there. The mages have no quarrel with people in the mountains, and even the Templars don't harass them. Nowhere else outside of Redcliffe is safe from this maker-cursed war, or the demons pouring out of the sky. But you won't come, will you? You'd rather stay on our tiny bit of land, because it's ours. So be it. It's yours until those madmen catch you in their fight, and then you and Mother will just be two more charred corpses in a burned-out village. I'm not staying to watch you die like a fool. Hindle. Damn. Harsh. Right, next quest. To complete. Merchant. Hunger Pangs. I think I saw this guy up here. He should still be around here.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you.
Mages, Templars, bandits, demons. Making it hard for a man to hunt for his supper.
Here. Maybe this will help.
It more than helps. With this, I can fill these hungry bellies. Give these folks some hope. I didn't think much of the Inquisition. But no one else is helping like you lot. Maybe I was wrong.
Alright, level 5. Nice. Character record. Quit suspect 1. Oh no. Weapon to shield 2 weapons. Flow battle. Ooh. Pommel strike. Tempting. Maybe that. No, in fact, yeah, that. R1. I can map. There we go. That's good. Alright, and then we need to go up to the other place. All the way over the fuck here. Failure to deliver. Security buffer, restroom. Locked door, ocularium. Redcliffe Farms camp. Well, let's go there. I don't want to travel there. I want to travel there like this. Alright, let's go. I'm infuriating because I refuse to fast travel, aren't I? But like, I just like it better.
Things used to be peaceful around here.
What is this place?
Map-making tenderfoots named this the Hinterlands. But right here, there's nowhere. Just some fields, and now a bunch of demons. I'm Giles, by the way.
Huh. Noted.
I need to be on my way.
Make a watch over you then.
Good day to you.
Oh, what?
More cold weather coming. Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy. If we were in a village, I could just pinch a blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
I'll see you.
5 apostate caches. Does this go? Where does this go? Does this go where I want it to? I'm gonna hope. I don't know where the fuck this goes. On second thought, I don't think this goes at all where I want it to. I think we have to go another way. Actually, we can keep the people warm now. No. Alright, let's go this way.
I don't know.
Let's take a look. Oh, they're all the fuck out there. They just came from there. No, we don't have time for that.
Would that I could.
Right.
Makers
That's
breath.
why.
If I were back in the city, I could just steal some blankets.
What do you need to keep these refugees warm?
Blankets, warm clothes, all of it. These poor sods lost everything when the mages and the Templars went crazy.
Did I just go
If
back
we were
where
in
I
a village,
came from? I
I
have
could
a
just
feeling I
pinch a
did.
blanket off a clothesline and be fine. Out here, I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supplies, just haven't been able to find them.
Farewell.
I'll see you.
Where the fuck am I going? Okay, so yes, I did just make a huge ass loop. There isn't a way around that I know of. Except maybe this? Pardon me. Does this go around? No, it's not fucking around. Wait, hold up. There's something through here.
You say you've witnessed past events in the Fade, Solas, or the memories of them. But the Fade distorts reality. Surely it cannot offer a true reflection of what occurred.
Are your own memories any different? The truth is never precise, regardless of where you are.
do you do that? How do you do that? Failure to deliver. Go talk to that guy about that thing, I think. I think he was over at this house. Maybe. I might be wrong. It's entirely possible. No. Oh. What the fuck is he at? Can't feel that far. Is he over there? The truffle over. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that's where the truffles are. But maybe... No. Never mind. Where is he? Here. What the fuck are you? Hey, are you him? I guess the workers are finally on the field again. Are you in here?
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defenses. I've got a few ideas.
Alright.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the master and get your people weapons.
Farewell.
Okay, I thought that's what I was doing, like mapping ways for watchtowers. Okay, either this is broken or I'm not supposed to do this yet or something. But I'm guessing... Okay, so I came out here for nothing. We're just gonna quick travel because that feels like bullshit. Is what that feels like. Feels like bullshit. I want to get some flavored water. Is what I want to get. I'm gonna get that and be back. Oh wait, of course now it finishes loading as soon as I say that. But I'm still gonna get that and be back. Shouldn't take too long. Kiwi strawberry. Alright, and now back into the gameplay. Let's go. Yeah. How do I get Map. World map. Can I just travel? Can I just go? I can't travel. Let's go back to Haven. Shall we? Study of the Swift Blight. I love this game so much. Like, honestly, it's great. Aw, look at this. They're all practicing. How adorable. Oh, I can hear the Bavari. Wonderful. Is there any quests in here that I need to do? Quest map. The right armor. With the right materials, having blacksmith can craft some pretty decent armor. You can go over there and do that. Requisition for weapons. Fill the requisition. We don't have... I don't think we have enough for that. Leilana's over there. Varric. Cullen. Solus. Josephine. Cassandra's outside. I want to fucking talk to Cassandra real quick. That's actually what I want to do. I want to talk to fucking everyone. Because that's just who I am. Hey, Cassandra. Well, maybe we shouldn't bug her. Yeah, I feel like Ferah wouldn't. I would, but would Ferah is the question. We aren't role-playing. Right, we're gonna do the questy things first. We're gonna do this. Okay, that way. Oh joy, the rift.
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Can you stop being such a dick?
Stay safe. Greetings.
Investigate. Stop being a dick. No. Oh, it's outside the wall. Okay, hold up. So we have to go back out there anyway.
Here, tell Mother Giselle that this is as much as I can spare. Better.
Well, maybe he has somewhat of heart after all. Yep, there they are.
Blessed are the righteous.
Come on, you've seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows.
Didn't all grow up with fancy noble horses, Arnsberg. You ride whatever holds you. Why are you here with the scouts instead of fobbing around with the nobles anyway?
My uncle died at the conclave. I'm a good rider, and, well, I thought I'd be more useful here.
She should see fire and go towards light. I'm glad there are big, strong men around in case anything happens here in Haven.
Now, don't you worry about that sort of thing, girl.
Okay. Yo, Harriet. I gotta talk to you.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Goodbye.
Right.
craft weapons. Greater sword grip. 2 leather, utility 2 metal, 4 leather. Okay, take a look. Alright, let's craft this. Each crafting schematic has 1 or more slots. Each slot accepts a specific number of materials or either material, cloth, or leather. Fill all available slots to craft item. There are 5 different types of crafting slots: utility, offense, defense, damage, and armor. The type of slot determines the stat that will be generated from the material placed in it. For example, placing iron in a defense slot gives a bonus to melee defense, while putting it in the utility slot gives a bonus to strength. Experiment with different combinations of materials and slots to create unique items that fit your needs. Okay. Offense, utility. Okay. Each crafting material has a predetermined stat value for each possible slot type, which you can view by examining the material. The final value of the stat coming from the slot is determined by multiplying this value by the number of materials placed in the slot. Alright, noted. We don't have onyx. We do have, however, tons of iron. 2 iron there, and 4 leather. We have canine leather. We don't have enough of that. We have enough ram leather, plus 4 flanking damage bonus, plus 2 strength. Right. And craft. You have crafted flanking strong enhanced grip. Alright. Can I rename it? Never mind. Oh shit. Okay. It's still the thing. Back. Alright, we did it. Let's craft shit. Crafting, guys. Crafting. Buy, sell. Craft armor. Let's just step right up there. Defender coat. Oh, I like that. Can I compare it to what I have now? Defender coat, 9 metal, 4 utility. That makes sense. Strong defender coat. That's fair. Alright, can we... Charactered. Nope, back. Inventory. Armor. Strong defender coat. There we go. Weapons. Navarre Greatsword, which I can't use. Modify armor. Modify weapon. The Swedish fingers. Creepy weird ass fucking sword. get. Create a sword. No upgrades available for this item. Select Ferelden sword grip. I'll hang on to it because I want to switch weapons.
You need something? Let me know.
Okay, noted.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me.
Yup, just that. Requisition for weapons, and then you should check by the apothecary and talk to all the people, probably. What's this? Passing notes. Mentioned that his master Tegan was working on something special before he died at the conclave. I've taken its notes. Requisition for weapons. With the right materials found, weapons of the inquisition can be requisitioned through the quartermaster. Logging stand. Okay, that's where we get it. Okay, noted. Noted. Can I zoom out, please? Okay, that's zoomed out quite a bit, I guess. Oh, you can see like a big old bear. Right, and then zoom in. We can go here real quick. Actually, we'll be able to find our own way there. It'll be fine.
There is but one God, one life, one death. There is but one God, and he is a maker.
Okay, this way. This way. Oh, this is the wrong fucking way. Nope. Never mind. I know exactly what I'm doing. Hello, fire.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
I think it's up this way. Is where the apothecary is.
At least we've got Inquisition troops out of Redcliffe. Giving those people...
So.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We can't afford distractions. We must focus on sealing the breach.
Yes, as I said, that is our primary goal. It's a moot point regardless. Leilana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the veil were not present. For better or worse.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's read that codex. Is it under magic? Ocular, red lyrium, spirits and demons. When I first summoned her, she was a rose, unwithering, unchanging, and unthorned. A spirit of the purest love one knows, who never hated, coveted, or scorned. A second time I drew her across the veil, shared a walk, a dance, a stolen kiss, with such a perfect beauty, pure and pale, no woman could compare, no man resist. Then in my weakness I essayed a third, though magisters their warning did impart. She broke my binding with a single word, and said this smiling as she clutched my heart. Though love I was, your passion's changing fire has forged this spirit into cruel desire. Sonnet 126, The Lover and His Spirit, from a chant for dreamers, by Magister Horatius. Well then. Well, I mean, I suppose I could read more about the creatures of the Fade. I could. Mounts, archers, bear, black wolf, finnick, foot soldier, guardsman, pride demon. The most powerful demons yet encountered are the pride demons, perhaps because they, among all their kind, most resemble men, as clever and manipulative as the desire demon, with a penchant for cruel irony that is almost human. While the demons of desire largely engage in the bribery of mortals, pride will use mortals' own best nature against them. Clever men outwit themselves. Strong men crush themselves. Humble men forget themselves. Jealous men fear themselves. They turn corruption and ruin into an art. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Midramel. Ram Shade. Spellbinder. I confess myself troubled by the rise in mages binding multiple spirits to a single object. Among the more Talitasi, interacting with spirits is a serious, even intimate undertaking. These spellbinders, as they call themselves, bind many simple spirits, usually to books or other easily compartmentalized objects set with runes, and they have stripped the interaction with spirits of its importance, reducing it to a mere mechanical exercise. That such magic is useful to the spellbinder, I do not argue, although the power contained in these objects is difficult to focus. The diffused magic can easily distribute energy across a broad area, augmenting the mage's ability. The spellbinders insist that no individual spirit is capable of breaking through their bindings, and the spirits cannot cooperate well enough to effect an escape together. Furthermore, they maintain that because the bindings are all tied to the spellbinder personally, there is no risk of these enchanted books falling into the wrong hands. Still, the books are in their hands, and I am concerned. Although the practice is spread across most of Thedas by now, it seems to have originated in Tevinter. These mages bind spirits and demons readily, and it is not natural for spirits to remain in this world for any great length of time. Our Maker placed the veil between our world and the Fade for a reason. After all, who are we to second-guess his wishes? Perhaps I have grown more reverent in my old age. An excerpt from Life Among the Dead by Enchanter Rodema van Held, senior member of the Mortalassi. Yup. And that's that. I don't think we have anything more about, like, magic to read. So we're good. Let's go to the apothecary. Upgrade potions, please. Can we do this? Tonics. Grenades. Antivan fire. Alright. Let's do this. I can't increase this stuff. Can I make them? I want to make them. Potions. Restores 26 health every 2 seconds per. Oh, that's nice. Elf root, 1 royal elf root. Okay. I don't have enough for that. Do it in a little bit. Okay. Great potions.
Segret told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything less than 8.
Fine. We'll gather our own. Tell Segret he better hope he doesn't need a salve anytime soon.
Damn. You can equip or replenish potions for each party member. Healing potions at the top of the radial menu are replenished for free automatically, but all other potions require herbs for replenishing. Empty, locked. Map potion. Alright, map assignment and replenishment. Use L to select the potion you want current party member to assign in this slot. Press X to confirm. The type and number of herbs needed to replenish this potion appear on the left. I want some Antivan fire. Potion assignment and replenishment. Replenish potions to have enough herbs of an appropriate type. Use L to select the assigned potion slot and press and square to replenish individual potions or to restore the entire stack. Close. Okay, there we go. That's good. Can I... Varric. Do I trust him with... Yes, we're gonna give him some as well. Alright. Okay. That should be good.
Just right.
Leilana is over there. Clark is there. We go talk to Cullen. I feel like she would actually seek out Cullen, maybe.
Are we going to have new verses in the Charter Light with the Herald of Andraste telling what she did?
It's far too soon to consider anything like that.
I was talking with a friend who said there used to be a verse about an elf in the Charter Light.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. But that doesn't mean the Maker loves you any less.
Well, that was... What the fuck is happening?
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its Herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Well, that was sort of simply. What the fuck? I guess we're going over here.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Yeah.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
Alright, let's do this. Wait, are we going to a place? I guess we're going here. The Nave. Lost Souls. War Room. Inquisitor Pass. Threat remains. Clear threats at the crossroads. Travel with insurance. Speak with Mother Giselle. Go to the War Room. Speak with Corporal Vale about the state of the hinterlands. Alright, let's go to the War Room. I think I know which way the War Room is. It's this way. Yeah, right.
You built for them the golden city, the center of all creation. And for a time you dwelled among them. Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
Damned if I know.
Well, you know how these things go. At least I hope someone does.
You laugh to bring a little light into the darkness. And I'm glad to see it. Too many see laughter as antithetical to the chant of light. They imagine Andraste as a grim warrior all her life, forgetting that she loved and was loved in return. I hope she found time for laughter during her trials, As I hope you do.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Alright, this is the war room, I'm pretty sure. Summon War Council. Alright, let's do this. You now have access to missions. Missions operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type. What does that fucking mean? What does this mean? Okay. Which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. Okay. The fuck? What? I don't understand what's happening. Special training from those who have joined the Inquisition's cause. Endurance training for a fit for a soldier. Forces developing keen eyes and an inquisitive mind.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Okay. Training in the fine arts of persuasion. Improve coordination and infrastructure. What does that even mean? This. Alright. Oh, okay. A detailed study of magic in places and creatures that interact with it. Opens up new dialogue options related to the Fate or Arcane studies. Grants plus 50 XP for each codex. Oh, some more cutting. Detailed study shows how to get the maximum usable harvest from each plant. No, eagle-eyed. Okay. Trained herbalists. Gain a collection of tier 1 herbs. Okay. Back. Forces. Underworld knowledge. Detailed study of underworld criminal activities. Each codex. Okay. I feel like she might have that. That might make sense canonically. Like with who she is. Okay, nice. This is all locked. Connection. Nobility knowledge. Sterling reputation. Right. History of knowledge. Opens up dialogues related to history of the Chantry. Grants an additional plus 50 XP for each codex entry found. Oh, inventory capacity. Covered glass plants. Alright. That's pretty nice. I think we know what we're gonna go with for now, though. There we go. Okay. So we're going to Orlais, I guess? Is what we're fucking doing? Conquered by Orlais. Address the Chantry in Valroy. Valroyo. What is this? Contact with Valcalis mercenaries. Valocast mercenaries, rather. Investigate the shards. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to address the Chantry. So let's do that. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we cannot step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. Well, we're level 5, so maybe. What's this? Contact with the Valocast mercenaries. We'll do this. Oh. Requires time. Okay. Hadar, I heard you were dead, and then a prisoner. And then maybe you fell out of the Fade and landed on your head and forgot who you were. Seriously, stop that. We still haven't been paid. Some of our kith made it out of the giant shithole full of demons after the explosion. The rest are dead or missing. I don't know how many were rounded up by angry humans. If you're not dead and you remember who you are, help me find our brothers and sisters. I can't say that. P.S. If you forgot who you are, I'll remind you. Your name is Adar. You're Vasoth. You didn't get paid for being blown up. TPPS. If you are dead, disregard this message. I kinda like this person. Time. Alright, I guess we can do that later, rather than first. Was the thing I was gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna maybe look up how the time thing works, but I can look it up later since I'm not gonna be doing that right away anyway. Alright. Select.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Leilana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Alright. Address the Chantry in Val Royale. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Yep. Power cost 4. Alright, let's do this. Oh, shh. Quiet. Quiet. Alarm. Oh, a bear. We went into the woods near to find a great brown bear that had the townsfolk worried. We found her some miles from the west gate. We will never know the end of this tale, for it has disappeared before my eyes. Okay.
The city still mourns.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leilana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
A fight it is. Right? Is that what we're doing? Or, I don't know what's gonna happen.
They wish to protect the people? From us?
Hold up, let me talk to you.
Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
What? Why couldn't I talk? What button do I fucking press? It was probably this button. That was probably the button I had to press. Damn it. I wanted to fucking say something. I don't mean to, like, this is a pretty ass place. Oh my god, I can read all of them? Okay, I can't read all of them, I can read some of them. The avenue of her reflective thought, inscribed upon a plaque. Our Lady and the actions of her rise and fall. Her message and visage are worth repeating. Okay. Mafereth's remorse, beneath scratched by a vandal, at meeting a low door frame. Mafereth's blood guilt, beneath scratched by a vandal, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Ferah's penitence, and an unrelated headache. The avenue of her reflective thought. The avenue is inspirational, but wise. Travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the bazaar waits, but because the area before the back-turned statue is treacherous. Local legend has it the child empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium, a bard. That's hilarious. Mafereth's regret about his unfortunate hair. Nice. The Summer Bazaar. Vigilance. Summer Bazaar. We rededicate this jewel of Val Royeaux as the Summer Bazaar of the First Lion, to reflect the spirit of renewal that is at the heart of the capital and of our people. Let the strength of the four always guard the grace of the Empire. Let the blossoms and promise of the changing seasons be a tribute to trade and public gathering. For here, in the name of the Lion Valmont, we will be an example to the world of how our legions respond to adversity. Our way cannot be threatened, for it embodies the truth of tradition and the promise of progress. The blight finds no purchase in the heart of commerce. A plaque dedicating the Summer Bazaar for victories earned and to come, placed in 530 exalted. We'll read about the Dementor Imperium later. Val Royeaux. Val Royeaux. Any resident, a Royan, will say it is the greatest city in the world. Many take such pride for arrogance, but they do so through smiles as they nod in agreement, for such is the cost of doing business in the capital. Val Royeaux is in every way a world leader, in commerce, culture, and its own exaggerated beauty. The site was founded during Avarian's grand unification, the result of a mix of influences not so much balanced as driven together, and while such an amalgamation would be cause for chaos elsewhere, the prosperity of the region has enabled an upward spiral of indulgence. The capital has endured the ages to become a beacon of civilization, and its citizens the measure of modernity. Just ask them. An element of Val Royeaux is notoriously risque, and it exists harmoniously besides the aristocracy and the palace bureaucrats. Ugh. Indeed, the aristocracy tends to indulge in the city's darker side quite frequently, if discreetly, and that only adds to the mystique. Nobility elsewhere tend to be much more conservative and concerned about their reputation, even if a trip into the capital to indulge a few private pleasures is not completely out of the question. In Val Royeaux, transgressions are suffered and forgiven with flamboyant urgency. That is not to say that the city is without lasting scandal or hardship, but one must squint past the gilding to be allowed even a glimpse, as Royans are very careful about the face they present. Such it is with the masks of nobility and the underbelly of their streets. Excerpted from Val Royeaux, Excesses Grand and Otherwise, by former Sister Laudine. Alright. So that's where we are. Val Royeaux, huh? I feel like we might something over here. Or nothing. Oh, joy. That's fucking cheery.
Don't worry, guardsman. The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
Oh, I wonder wherever she could be. She of the highwayman repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand and hold it. Oh, this is just a poem. Oh, someone put a poem up. Fuck, that's sad. I wonder who would have done that. From the Songs of Old Orlais, she of the highwayman repents. Inscriptions. I will read this later. Well, I read it now, but I really don't want to. God, I don't want to think about that. I can't. I'd rather just enjoy the beautiful scenery. Oh, hey, it's Fury. Yo, you.
It seems that powers align against this Inquisition.
This Inquisition is heresy. You will not look on my doubt.
Oh. Okay. Oh, here we are.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
What? Can we be like, no?
Enough! I will not listen to these self-serving lies. We came here to talk.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Oh, great.
The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
What the fuck? Oh, what? Yeah, that's pissing me off.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement, raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet, you should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Fuck this guy.
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Fuck those guys.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Well, we traveled all the way here. We're definitely not doing this without, like, a quest of my own. Hello.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
I'm going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Yeah! That felt good. That felt real good. Let's take a look. Oh.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help. And I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val. I know exactly who the fuck this is. And, you know, I had plans, but fuck it. New plan. I know what my new plan is. Fuck the world. I got this. Let's do it. Yeah. There's a baddie in Val Royale. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe. and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations of the market. Oh, I'm gonna love the shit out of you, best companion ever. Alright, let's examine this red shit. Sure. Wait, I can't. How do I get close to it? To go around this way. No, fuck this guy. Do I have to talk to this guy? I don't fucking talk to this guy. Where is he? No. Fuck this guy. Like I said, fuck this guy. Excuse me. I have to examine this. La pomme et... what does that even mean? I don't know how to say that. It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are most evenings among the arbors of the summer bazaar. From the Arlesian Heart by former Sister Ladine. What does that even mean? I think I missed a whole bunch of, like, hidden meaning in that. And also, hold up. Do we have... oh, points to spend. We do. Bark's got some points to spend. Do we want to spend them on stealth? Evasion. Oh. Okay. Easy to miss. We want evasion, probably. Death from above. First blood. Okay, we're gonna learn that. Then learn that. Maybe. Or did we already learn it? Oh, we already learned it. Okay. Explosive shot. Strafing shots. Okay. Pin cushion. Okay, I'm gonna use this and this. Evasion. Apply. Back. 1 point. Take a look at what we got. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. For seconds. Okay. Mind Blast. Storm. Yeah, let's do that. I think this looks good. Alright. And then shield bash. Ooh. Lunge and slash. Oh, yeah. Do a lunge and slash. Alright. Okay. Fuck that guy.
The Templars.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
Okay. Let's
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Invitation. First Enchanter Vivienne. You are cordially invited to attend my salon, held at the chateau of Duke Bastien de Lissagne. Yours, Vivienne de Fer, First Enchanter of Montserrat, Enchanter to the Imperial Court. Alright. Not of heroes, united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer, for the first leader of young Orlais after the sons was Jehavith's chattel. wife the two of them, but examining the facts. The proud daughter... What the fuck is this all about? What? I could care less. I would read it normally, but like, nah. So fucking pretty. Look at this. Alright, let's take a look at quests. We have a quest there, a friend of Red Jenny. Friend of Red Jenny? Question mark. Okay, let's go do it. Go search by the dock.
This is bullshit.
What the fuck is... Whatever. The fourth line of Orlais. In respect to Duke Stefan of Valmontage. What's this? Read this. Grace of the Empire East. Welcome all before the grace of the Empire. Stage and audience for the use of all. For theater and business, for partnership and proposal. Be seen. A notice below believes. This was reserved for songs traditional by Lord Bramford and his players. Cancel. What? For everyone, but that seems meh. The first line of Orlais. In respect to the Emperor Alphonse Belmont. The Lions of Orlais. Repeating element depicted to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze, and weighted with poison. One is chocolate, one is watching. What the fuck does this even mean? One is chocolate and one is watching? What? Okay. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back, and learn which is most dangerous to try deny or lay. In truth, all are led in leap. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give away. Excerpted and torn from the disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium of Bard. Okay, so it's written by Philium. That's why it doesn't make any sense. I get it now. Noble citizen. Hey, I'm gonna talk to you.
There is a war on, and the Templars just left? What is the Grand Cathedral thinking? We must have a new divine. He will show us the way. This cannot stand. How can it stand?
Alright, I'm gonna leave him to his ponderings. That just gives me a tiny little bit of XP. So I'm gonna read all of them.
The Templars left us to the mages. Chantry liars.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Alright, I guess we're ready to go to the docks. Oh, oops, pardon me guys. Come on, go. Examine. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for propriety and the general dressing of the Tsar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict, pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just the loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three, as the sky is wounded for all to see. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notion, I ask the rights of losses and missing remain, that the citizens, however indirectly, be allowed to post their griefs of known dead and the names of hopefully living with them, their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For while I have no doubt ye as allegiance will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release, there must be grief, there must be mourning. If not, if we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this day, this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion Orlesian Guard, Summer Bazaar. Red.
There must be something here.
A red handkerchief. Favors for friends. A red handkerchief folded around a key with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Harold. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. The fuck? Okay. Examine. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, cases off. Water birds die off. Restocking failed. Fish not fake. Do not consume. Oh, we're gonna jump up here.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Chantry liars.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
We can appear like everything is normal. Why, yes. Okay, tonic belt. What does this do? Uh-huh. Potion belt, guard belt. 10 guard max. Grenade belt. Oh, nice. Okay. We're gonna buy that. Okay. Belt asunder. Oh, belt of health. That's nice. A ring of critical damage. Critical chance. Mm-hmm. Alright. Search the cafe, which I guess is this way. Examine this. Look. the cafe are said to change their taste depending on whether one is walking toward or away from the gallows, and of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart, and no meal is favored after tears. But dare it anywhere, for none of us know the taste of joy, such as we do not shy from experience. Hello, city guard. What's up?
They say a lot about you. Can't believe any of it.
Fair enough.
Good day to you.
Not of heroes. Andraste, Our Lady of the Sword and the Fire against Victor, betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Nathareth, now synonymous with treachery. Would Andraste have won, and if not, what would we have lost? Let us not look at just as the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of Faith pierced the imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of our land's victory to this point was against true Imperium, and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste, through the inspiration, may not have considered such, but Nathareth the general fought for the homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Nathareth made the deal that killed Our Lady, that is fact. And then, when Andraste died, Nathareth was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and possible to hold this must have seemed. Let us look on Nathareth's legacy he divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from an eye of tactical consideration. For he must have known that mere rivals have never stopped to venture. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was accident? How then fared Isarath, Everon, and Varald? Excerpted from a history of not heroes, readings in the ugly-hearted change, collected by Philium the Bard. I don't really have quite a point of reference for all this.
How's it been?
All's well, it seems.
Yes, thank you.
The head of Madame Snappy Six. Is that a dragon head? The mascot of Les Masques de Lion, named in jest, but genuinely respected, the Grand Mame, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the cafe. A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While the others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navarran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed he had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir Koenig to have been correct. Even as he may have fallen to his own expertise, he was, years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel-weary. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their siblings far behind. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium, a bard. We're gonna run into this Philium. Damn. Look at that.
All's well, it seems.
Oh, yes. Maker.
Oh, look, it is. A different simple script on the back of a stable report, marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage. Could not say to see them exit. Alright.
I knew them, and crossed my heart with shame.
Search the upper market. Where's the upper market? Quest map. Oh, okay, we have to go up. How do we go up? I don't know how to go up. Oh, okay, there's stairs that way. So back the way I came. Find the stairs.
Good day.
Thank you. We go here? No, we don't go here. We, where the fuck do we go? Up here.
Heaven has been filled with silence. I
Oh,
knew
this is
that,
pretty.
and crossed my heart with shame. Make a smile upon you.
Alright, let's go here.
I can't believe this.
Nope, not that way. No. How do we get up there?
I can't believe
it. Get up?
Oh, yes.
Do we have to get permission? What is this? Can't get up there. Maybe that way.
Arms lies eternity.
They left us.
Yes, yes, they left.
Left us to the beaches. Enchanted liars.
Alright, is it up this way? No, there's nothing up here. Look, guys, I'll find it. Probably. I'm good. Thanks, though. What the fuck? Merchant. World map. How do I get to the second floor? Like, no, really. Oh, I guess we could go there. Yeah, I suppose. You could try opening those doors. That's the thing. It's worth trying, for sure. Pardon.
It seems change is on the wind. I wish your leaders well.
Thanks. Well, fast travel. I don't fucking fast travel. How do I get the second?
You trouble anyone, we'll see how mortal you get.
How do I get to the second level? Fast travel where? Can I not get up to the second level? I just want to go there. Oh, okay, I can travel up there. Sure. I don't know how else the fuck to get there, so sure. Oh! Would it literally have just taken me up here? If so, that's cool. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, I think it's here. There it is. Favors for friends. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document stuffed into its hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We met at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below in a misspelled script. Herald go at time. Praise and drost. A drost? Taken together, the message reveal a time, path, and a key to location on the world map. Okay. not actually gonna jump off. Cassandra, did you just fall the... Whatever. Examine. The season of the four afoul. At this window, the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Haviland. Hero, thief, foiled bard, conspiring noble were all censured as per their station in relevant action. Lashings and labor disappeared, and ostracized for the social season respectively. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrically Caesarized adaptation, which reimagined the three as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand in her orchestration. The conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped to comedic effect. Generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic, exerted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium the Bard. Alright then. Some areas have multiple levels. Press L2 or R2 to view them. Okay, we're gonna go there. Right, and then we can go out to the world map, which should be in which direction? How the fuck do we get out of here? This way. Alright.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven. They wish to protect the people from us?
We knew there would be some kind of reaction.
But I didn't expect the Templars to make an appearance.
The people may just be assuming what the Templars will do. I've heard of no concrete plans.
You think the Order's returned to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred.
We're doing all this to get help with the breach. Maybe this is our chance to get the Templars on our side.
Perhaps. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Alright, let's go. Alright, Val Royale. Secluded courtyard. A location near Val Royale was revealed by the clues left by these friends of Red Jenny. Use the world map to travel to the meeting point, and then up there, the Imperial Enchanter Vivian Defer, the first enchanter of Martin, extended invitation to her salon at the shut. I see. Use the word to attend. Alright. Travel to location. Let's do it. Divine Justinia. Archers. Alright. Oh, joy, guards. Okay, let's do this. Oh, fucking brutal. Brutal. Call off the hound. Right. Check around this place. Okay, where do we go? No, really. Where the fuck do we go? I fended off the guards. Is there a place? Oh, okay. Okay, we're going this way.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're well fit. Heard about your kind. Seeing's different. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
What?
Why did you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
What the fuck? I love her. Oh my god. Okay, hold up. Let me loot something real quick.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
So that just fucking happened. Right? Confirm. We'll see you in Haven then. I have no idea what the fuck just happened. Okay. Alright. Awesome. Love it. Jeez. Jeez. Oh, God. Where the fuck am I going? I feel like I should take a small break now. Like, yeah. We're gonna take a little break. That was... I can't wait to put her in the party. It's gonna be great. But yeah. I'll be back to the stream in a little... Well, I mean, we could keep playing, but... well, let's read the codex real quick. Sarah. This report by Josephine... Okay, this report hasn't been made yet, but like, I cannot wait to read that. That sounds... Yes. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. I don't know. I have a little bit of a drink. Alright. Yeah, no, let's do this. Let's keep going. It is just about 7, so that means I can open up my computer for the chat comments instead. Alright. What does this say? Groups. The Friends of Red Jenny. The friends, don't poke them. It's tempting because what else can you do? But don't. Never know what you'll get because Jenny, she's been around a long time. She's everywhere. And she hits hard or she hits light. But choosing isn't up to you. You want someone to get their desserts? Save your coppers for a moral crow and know what you're getting. Notes from Ser Keeter, a traveling merchant who is non-herbal. They're a distraction. Whichever they are, keeps people busy and lords edgy. With the assaults not having any bearing, we've been paid to strike at guest rivals several times now. Bards should pay her a commission. My father went after her once. You want to lose your friends fast? Just say you're tracking hers. He found a report that said she was killed in Nevera. Everyone in that command, to a man dead or alive, hobbled somehow lost their claims during the winter following, known when that was written, 52 years ago. I'll take a witch over whatever she is. Let her pick up the nobles. I think it's nature. Recommendations of Captain Varn, private militiaman, contracted in Denerim. How's it work? You tell me how to tell. Ask for something bad to happen, eventually something does. Did she do it? Does it matter? Either way, you think you had a piece. Maybe that's enough. Interview at Mott's Cinnamard Tavern. No name given. I know it was her. Keys do not simply go missing. And the horses, I suppose they were loosed quite by accident? And the fires that swept the southern quarter, the flooding in my summer home, the drop in the price of goods that just happened to coincide with my plans to sell my investments, the cloaria I suffered last season, the weather that is inclement whenever I'm traveling. You cannot tell me all these things were mere happenstance. Perhaps your disbelief is her doing us well. You're dismissed. Everyone is dismissed. The scattered notes of Ban Markel. God, they fucked those nobles up. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Let's go there. Okay, good to know. So this is awkward already.
Lady Adar of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doddle. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think her blade could put an end to the misery of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Well, I'm planning on traveling back to Haven anyway. Who's over there? Cassandra and Cullen. Been meaning to talk to Cullen. What's going on in here? So, Champions of the Just. The Templars have left Valrio and refused to negotiate with anyone. Gather enough power and then work with the advisors to make contact with the Templars. Okay. Grand Enchanter Fiona, leader of the Mage Rebellion, has offered an alliance with the rebel mages at Redcliffe. Return to Haven and discuss Fiona's offer with his advisors. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Any quests in Haven? Piece by piece. Can also improve existing armor, modify some armor. Alright, we can go over there and do that, perhaps. That's where Cassandra is. And let's go over this pit.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now we find allies to help us close the breach, if that is even possible. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
I can't really say.
I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Alright then. I'm gonna talk to...
There was no word for heaven or for earth or sea or sky.
Figure out if we can do armor stuff.
So if we get better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference. The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died when the demons attacked.
I'm sorry.
Feels silly to mourn a horse, with all the people we've lit piles for.
Well, like you said, a good horse can make all the difference.
Modify armor. No upgrades available. Okay.
You need something? Let
Okay. So, craft armor. Focus now on schematics. Alright. Wait, can I switch it up? Question. Sorry.
something, let me know. Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness among us.
Oh god, finish fighting.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work, I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Alright then. Let's get going.
My creator, judge me whole.
Map. It's Mark, Sarah, leilana, position for weapons. Still have yet to talk to leilana. Solus up there. Vivian. I have to talk to Vivian at some point. That remains. No, the enemy war room. Knave. Okay. Okay, we have to do that stuff.
Recur though the darkness comes upon me. I shall embrace it.
We've got scattered reports of Tevinter sightings in the hinterlands.
The moth sees light and goes toward flame. She should see fire and go towards light.
Need something?
I've read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was desperate.
There is no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently, the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the Red Dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
He fled Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live as fugitives. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the Raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawk's little brother was off on some warden business near the Anderfell's border last I knew. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
Hello, Sarah. What the fuck is up?
Researcher Minave wishes to use some inexpensive spirits. She wishes to light creature's corpse on fire to determine whether it is specifically vulnerable to heat.
I'll ask around again tomorrow.
Thank you. So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I'm pretty sure the Conclave proved it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why? Because someone yelled it real loud? Make them prove it. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
Okay, I have important questions about stuff. And that stuff being, do you have to flirt with people to romance them later on? Okay, so no, you don't have but, like, straight up flirt with them right away to romance them. Good to know.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Alright then. A drop and grab after the situation. What is that? I'm confused. Journal. Oh, we'll find out on the war table, I guess. No, we don't have enough for that.
Right now, we just need to be careful not to do anything rash. The Chantry might yet forgive us.
Forgive us? We have the Herald of Andraste. She was sent by the Maker himself.
Some people have trouble believing Andraste would send a Canary to do her work.
If Andraste gives you the nod, you should be good in the Chantry's eyes, shouldn't you?
Not everyone saw the vision of Andraste. It's just a tricky situation.
Oh, I should bring out my phone in case I closed my computer instead of keeping it open for... Yeah, there we go. Okay. This Vivian just came. Leilana somewhere around here?
What do dwarves do when magic gets out of control?
We call the Templars, just like the rest of you.
Even down in Orzammar?
Friend, I've never even seen Orzammar. But dwarves don't have mages, so magic likely isn't a big problem.
Oh, there she is. Ba-ba-da. Hello. What's up?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Awful things happen every day. Get used to it.
Get used to being a pawn? To be discarded when the Maker's done with you? The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me. Working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
I'm not really the best person to talk to. Doesn't the Chantry have people for this?
So I should let a priest comfort me? No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
I have no idea what the hell just happened. I feel like we have fumbled that greatly.
I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports.
Oh god, I fucked that up. What's good? Oh, what the shit?
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in the city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere. But to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Oh shit, okay.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
Wait, I'm having trouble focusing on what she's saying.
After the Divine's death, they're probably scrambling for allies.
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
So you're telling me this because...
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Wow. Why is ferah such a dick to Leilana? I don't understand. I mean, I know I'm controlling her, but like... I don't know. I don't know. feel like I should probably give this a break for now. I don't know what else to do. But yeah, I definitely think a break is in order. It's only 8. God, okay. But yeah, sure, let's just leave it at that. Why would we leave it at, okay. Anyways, this is Miles signing off. I'll be back, and maybe when I'm back, I'll be able to explain what the hell just fucking happened with Leilana. Because, like, holy shit, that went so south. Alright. Catch you guys next time.